Hello everyone, my name is Naman Goyal and today we are going to continue this chapter, okay, playing with numbers. In previous lecture we started this chapter, right? Okay, so in today's lecture what topic we are going to cover? See, we are going to learn about the test of divisibility by 10. It means what? We learn about how we check either that given number is divisible by 10 or not. We learn about that. Then test of divisibility by 5. Similarly, we are going to learn about that number are divisible by 5 and not. How we check that. Okay, we are learn about that. Now same for 2 and 3 and 9. Okay. Okay. So first of all, we are talking about what? Divisibility test for divisibility by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it has 0 at in its unit place. If there is a number which have 0 in the unit place, then the number is definitely divisible by 10. Okay, consider the following numbers which are divisible by 10 using the test of divisibility by 10. 110 contains 0 at the unit place, so yes, 110 is divisible by 10. 200 contains unit digit as 0, so yes, it is divisible by 10. 360 is divisible by 10, 490 is divisible by 10, 1190 is divisible by 10, and 1150 is also divisible by 10. So here all these numbers is divisible by 10 because their unit place is 0. Also, if a number is divisible by both 2 and 5, then it is also divisible by 10. Okay. So if a number is divisible by 2 as well as 5, then we can see that that number is also divisible by 10. Okay. So for the numbers which is divisible by 10, the unit digit must be what? 0. Unit place will be 0. Okay. So for example, this is number which is divisible by 10. 2430 is divisible by 10. 2432 is not divisible by 10. Okay, so we can say that the number which contains 0 at the unit digit, it is divisible by 10. Now 5. For 5, the concept is what? The unit digit must be either 0 or 5. Unit digit must be what? Either 0 or 5. Let me show you. A number is divisible by 5 if the number last digit is either 0 or 5. It can be 0 or it can be 5. Divisibility by 5 examples. The numbers 105, the unit digit is 5, that's why the number 105 is divisible by 5. 275, 375, 315, yes, 375 is also divisible by 5. 420, 945, 760, all the numbers is divisible by 5. Okay, can be divisible by 5 evenly. Now the number 151 and the unit digit is 1, so that number is not divisible by 5. 246, 6 is the unit digit, the number is not divisible by 5. 875, 9 is the unit digit, number is not divisible by 5. 1404, the unit digit is 4, the number is not divisible by 5. So are not evenly divisible by 5. So for divisibility of 5, the unit digit of the number must be either 0 or 5. Okay, so this is the divisibility rule for 5. Okay, for 2, see, for 2, the unit digit either 0 or multiple of 2. For example, if I write down 1432, we have to check only unit digit. So if the unit digit is either 0 or multiple of 2, then it is divisible by 2. So this number 1432 is divisible by 2, right? Okay, if there is an odd number like this, so this is not divisible by 2, not divisible by 2. So for checking other number is divisible by 2 or not, what we have to check? We have to check the unit digit only. If the unit digit is 0 or multiple of 2, then it is divisible by 2, otherwise it is not. So if you see, the point is what? The number, a number is divisible by 2 if the digit at unit place is either 0 or multiple of 2. So a number is divisible by 2 if digit as it's like 0, 4, 2, 6 or 8. Got it? Numbers can be divisible by 2 are called even numbers, and the number which is divisible by 2 are known as what? Even numbers. Are you getting my point? Okay. So now next is what? Divisibility check by 3. Test of divisibility for 3. See, if there is a number given like 2 3 4 2 6 3. So what we have to check? We have to check the sum of all the digits of this number. We have to check the sum of all the digits. For example, we have 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3. If you check, the sum is what? 3 plus 4 is what? 7. 7 plus 3, 10 plus 2, 12. If the sum is divisible by 3, then the number is also divisible by 3. If the sum is divisible by 3, then the number is also divisible by 3. If the sum is not divisible by 3, then number is not divisible by 3. So for test of divisibility by 3 is what? We have to check the sum of the digits given in the number. If the sum is divisible by 3, then the whole number is also divisible by 3, right? So if you see here, a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits is a multiple of 3 or divisible by 3. Sum of all the digits of 54 is what? 5 plus 4, 9, and 9 is divisible by 3, so we can say that 54 is also divisible by 3. Same for this example. We can take so many examples, right? Okay, whatever you want to take, you can take, right? Okay, now next. Okay, now same rule, similar rule for 9 also. See, in 3 and in 3, the sum should be divisible by 3. In 9, the sum should be divisible by 9 only, right? Okay, so if you see, the rule for divisibility by 9 is similar to the divisibility for 3. That is, if the sum of digits of the number is divisible by 9, then the number itself is divisible by 9. The sum must be divisible by 9. For example, if we take a number 7 8 5 3 2, if you see, the sum of the digits is what? 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2. So 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 5, 20. 20 plus 3, 23 plus 2, 25. So 25 is the sum. Now 25 is not divisible by 9. Not divisible by 9. So that number is also not divisible by 9. Okay. So we can say that that number is also not divisible by 9. Are you getting my point? Okay. Okay, 729, if we have the number 729. Now if you see, the sum is 7 plus 2 plus 9, which is what? 18, and we know that 18 is what? Divisible by 9. So the number 729 is also divisible by 9. So if you see the rule, let me change the color of highlighter. Can I take this? Yes. The rule for divisibility of 9 is similar to the divisibility of 3. That is, if the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 9, then the number itself is divisible by 9. Okay, if you take this example, the sum is this 25, and which is not divisible by 9, so we can say that that number is also not divisible by 9. Okay, so first we are going to revise all the things. Okay, for 5, for 10, unit digit must be 10. Unit, yes, for 10, unit digit of number must be 10, must be 0, basically must be 0. Okay, for 5, unit digit can be 0 or 5. Okay, for 2, unit digit either 0 or even number. Okay, for 3, sum of the digits divisible by 3. For 9, sum of the digits divisible by 9. Okay, we have these tests for divisibility. Okay, now question is asking for what? See, question is asking for what? You have to check, how do we check either 87 is divisible by 3 or not. So for 87, what we have to do? We have to find the sum of 8 and 7, which is 15. Now we know that 15 is divisible by 3, then 87 is also divisible by 3, isn't it? So divisible by 3 also, right? Okay, so we can do these types of questions, right? Okay, now if you see, we know that the sum of the number that make up 87 is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible. So if the sum is okay, then you get 29, which is a whole number. Okay, you got 29. If you divide 87 by 3, you will got what? 29, and which is a whole number. Okay, so what we get, yes, that number is divisible by 3. Now, what are the number divisible by 5? The numbers, for answer for this question is what? The numbers in which unit digit is 0 or 5. For example, 51250 is a number which is divisible by 5. 53255 is a number which is divisible by 3. 43050, it is a number divisible by 3. Not 3, 5, sorry. Which number? 5. Okay, you can take the examples. Okay, now we are going to do some questions. Okay, okay, now we are going to do some questions. Okay, question is, check the divisibility of 21436587 by 9. What we have to do, we have to check that number is divisible by 9 or not. So what we have to do, we have to find the sum of these digits. If the sum is divisible by 9, then we can say that the number is also divisible by 9. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find the sum, which is 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 plus 5 is a 21, right? 21 plus 8, 29, and 29 plus 7 is 36. Now you got 36. Now if you divide 36 by 9, how much you got? 4. So we can say that sum is a divisible by 9. Therefore 21436587 is also divisible by 9. Divisible by 9. Are you getting my point? So we can do these questions like that. Okay, now next question we are going to do, check the divisibility. Check the divisibility of 1 1 1 5 2 875 by 9. We have to check the divisibility of this number by 9. Okay, okay, so for the divisibility of 9, what we have to do, we have to check either it is divisible by, either the sum is divisible by 9 or not. So what we have to do, we have to find the sum first. So sum is what? Sum of digits. Sum of digit is what? See, 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5, right? So 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 7 is a 23, right? And 23 plus 5 is 28. So sum is 28, and we know that 28 is not divisible by 9. So we can say that sum is not divisible by 9. So therefore, the number we have 152875 is also not divisible by 9. Are you getting my point? Okay. Are you getting my point? Okay. So we can do these types of questions like that. Okay. Now we are going to do a question. Write down. If the 3-digit, not there, this is 3-digit. Okay. If the 3-digit number is a 3-digit number 24x, 24x, it is not 24 into x, it is 24x, right? Just for example, 572 can be read it as 572. So that number which is given is what? 24x, not 24x. Okay, not 24 into x. Basically is divisible by, is divisible by 9. Okay, then what is the value of x? What is the value of x? You have to tell me the value of x. Okay, if the number is, if this number is divisible by x, 9, sorry. So if this number is divisible by 9, if this number is divisible by 9, then we can say that the sum 2 4 plus x is also divisible by 9, is also divisible by 9, right? Now first of all, x can be a digit only, right? X can be a digit means x can be from 0 to 9. So the sum we have 6 plus x. So for make it the number which is divisible by 9, so the first possibility is what? 9. It can be 9, the sum can be 9, right? So if sum can be 9, the value of x is what? 3. This is case 1. Okay, the next possibility that sum can be 6 plus x can be 18. If x becomes, if sum is become 18, then x is what? 12, not 12, yes, 30, yes, 12, 12, right? But x cannot be 12. X cannot be 12, right? X cannot be 12. Why x cannot be 12? Because x is a digit, right? X is a digit. So x can take either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? It cannot be 12. So the answer for x, so the value of x, so value of x is 3. Got it? So the value of x we got is 3. Okay, we can do these types of questions. Okay. Okay, now next questions we are going to do. Write down. Question is, check the divisibility of, divisibility of 214658 by 3. We have to check either it is divisible by 3 or not. So for divisibility of 3 is what? The number should be the sum of the digits should be divisible by 3, right? So the sum is what? 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7. So if you solve this, what you will get? 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 6, 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 5 is 18, 18 plus 15 is what? 33, right? Yes. So sum is it divisible by 3? Divisible by 3, right? If sum is divisible by 3, then number then number which is 2146587 is also divisible by 3. Are you getting my point? So that number is also divisible by 3, right? Now we are going to do some more questions. Okay, so write down if 21y5 is a multiple of 9, if this number is a multiple of 9, then where y is a digit, where y is a digit, okay, then what is the value of y? What is the value of y? Okay, then you have to tell me what is the value of y. So the similar question we do. Okay, now we are going to do this question. Okay, now if that number 21y5 is divisible by 9, is a multiple of 9 means what? It also divisible by 9, right? So if it is divisible by 9, then the sum of these digits, which is 21 plus y plus 5, must be divisible by 9. So the sum we got is what? 8 plus 9, right? So 8 plus y is also divisible by 9. So the first possibility for that sum is what? It can be 9, right? Because 9 is the number. Okay, it can be 9 also, right? So 8 plus y can be 9. Case 1 is what? 8 plus y can be 9. So if 8 plus y is 9, then the value of y is what? 1, isn't it? Now case 2, 8 plus y can be 18. And if 8 plus y is 18, then y we have as 10, which is not possible because in question it is given that y is a digit. If you see, y is a what? A digit. So y cannot be 10. So the answer is what? Y is equals to 1. Are you getting how we do these types of questions? Okay. So can we do some more questions? Okay. Okay. So here we have space. So we can do that question here. Okay. Now the next question is what? Write down. Okay. If 24x is a multiple of 3, where x is a digit, okay, then what is the value of x? Now see, 24x, it is not 24 into x, it is 24 and x. For example, if I write down 5 3 2, so it is 5 and 3 and 2, right? 532 is what? 532, so it is 24x only. So if the 24x is divisible by 3, so it means what? 2 plus 4 plus x is also divisible by 3, right? Now see, it gives 6 plus x. Now what we can say that 6 plus x is divisible by 3, right? So the number for that 6 plus x can be what? Can be 0. See, can be 6, right? The sum can be 6, right? So first case is what? Case 1 we have 6 plus x can be 6, and if 6 plus x is 6, so the value of x is what? 0, right? So it can be possible, right? Because x is a digit and 0 is a digit, right? So that can be possible, right? X can be 0, right? So first answer we got for x is 0. Got it? Now the next number which is divisible by 3 after 6 is what? 9. So if 6 plus x is 9, then x gives what? 3. So this can be possible. This can also be possible, right? So the value of x can be 0 and 3. The next number which is divisible by 3 is what? After 9 is 12. So 6 plus x can be 12 also. And if 6 plus x is 12, then x can be what? 12 minus 6, which is x can be 6 also. So x can be 0, x can be 3, and x can be 6, right? Now the next number for which 6 plus x is divisible by 9 after 12, and not 9, it is divisible by 3 after 12 is what? 15. So 6 plus x can be 15 also. So the value of x you will got 9, right? After that 18 is the number. So 6 plus x is what? 18, right? So the value of x you got is 12, which is not possible because 12 is not a digit. It is a two-digit number. So the value of x can be possible is what? So the values of x can be possible is what? 0, 3, 6 and 9. So the values of x can be possible is what? 0, 3, 6 and 9. Are you getting my point? Okay, so we can do these types of questions, right? Okay, now we are going to do one more question. Let me check where I have a space, right? Yes, right now there I have a space, so we can do. Yes, now we are going to do one more question. Okay, question is, if 31z5 is a multiple of 3, is a multiple of 3, okay, where z is a digit, where z is a digit, then what might be the value, then what might be the value of z. Now in this question, that number 31z5 is divisible by 3. Now the question is asking for what can be the value of z. So if this number is divisible by 3, so 3 plus 1 plus z plus 5 is also divisible by 3, isn't it? So 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 5 is what? 9. So it becomes 9 plus z is divisible by 3. Also divisible by 3. Okay. Now see, that number 9 plus z cannot be less than 9. Why? Because the value of z must be positive or 0, right? So it cannot be negative, right? So case first you have 9 plus z become 9. So if 9 plus z become 9, then z is what? 0. So first possibility, and z can be 0 because z is a digit, right? So z can be 0, right? Okay. Now next concept. Now next is what? Now 9 plus z can be 12 also, right? So 9 plus z can be 12. Next number which is divisible by 3, which is 9 after 9, which is 12. So now z can be what? 12 minus 9, which is 3. Yes, z can be 3 also. Now next is what? 9 plus z can be 15. So if 9 plus z is 15, then z is what? 6. Yes, z can be 6 also. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now 9 plus z is what? 18. If 9 plus z is 18, then z is what? 9. So it can be possible because z can be 9. Now next is what? 9 plus z is a 21. So the value of z you will got, which is 12, and which is not possible. Okay, which is not possible, right? So we can say that possible value of z are 0, 3, 6, 9. These are the values that Z can take. Okay. So what we learn in today's lecture, let me show you. Okay, these topic test of divisibility of 10, how we check whether number is divisible by 10 or not. Just see the unit digit. If unit digit is 0, then the number is divisible by 10, otherwise it is not divisible by 10. Next is what? Divisibility, test of divisibility by 5, right? So for 5, the unit digit must be 0 or 5, right? For 2, the unit digit must be 0 or an even number or any even number. For divisibility of 3, the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. For divisibility of 9, the sum is divisible by 9. Okay. Okay. So we do so many questions. Okay. We do different types of question in which they are asking for a variable, value of variable. Okay. Okay. So you can do, now you can do these questions of these types. Okay, so thank you so much. Keep learning from askIITian and having fun. Thank you. Bye.